Course orientation for your course, Business Information Technology 25, Survey of Computer Technology in Business, Course Information and Syllabus. Welcome to your course. You have two documents that we will review for our course orientation. The first of the two documents is the course information sheet, which explains all the details of the course. So let's get started. This is a 3-unit course named BIT, which stands for Business Information Technology 25. In this course, you will learn the basics of computer and internet technology in business, both hardware and software. You will also practice using the most commonly used software in business, Microsoft Office. This course is required for certificates in business information technology. You are enrolled in Section 72192. This course is 16 weeks long. The course begins on Wednesday, August 28, and ends on Wednesday, December 11. Our first class meeting is Wednesday, August 28 at 10:30 a.m. in R206. This is a hybrid course. Part of the course meets on campus, and you complete the remainder of the course hours online on your own time. We will meet every Wednesday from 10:30 a.m. to 11:55 a.m. in R206. For the online portion of the course, you can work on your own computer or in a campus lab. Plan approximately 2 hours each week to complete the online portion of the coursework. However, you may need more or less time each week. Communicate with your instructor and submit assignments, projects, discussions, and assessments using MyLab IT and Canvas. Your course professor is Ms. Glenda Webster. Although you can email your course professor at the email address shown here, you will get much faster attention if you message your professor within Canvas. Your professor is there looking for you several times every day. Our goal is for you to complete this course successfully because you cannot function in the world if you do not understand computers and the internet. Additionally, this course is required for all certificates in business information technology, and it also counts toward one of the requirements for the associate degree transfer in business. I will be your cheerleader for the course, encouraging you along the way, because I know you can succeed if you manage your time and focus on success. As you progress through the course, life will try to get in your way. Perhaps you have a job or two jobs. Maybe you take care of children or parents. Maybe you have two jobs and take care of others. We know that. But you cannot let anything keep you from learning and getting college credentials on your resume. Nothing will help you or your family more than you furthering your education. During the course, you will probably find times when computers will be troublesome and internet connections will fail and transportation plans will become complicated and bosses will be annoying and on and on. That is life. You cannot let life come between you and your education. Just take it in small steps, one assignment, one course, one certificate, working toward your goal. So even though life is stressful and unpredictable, keep your goal in front of you. You are the most important person, and you can't help or take care of others until you take care of yourself. For this course, we are going modern. To save you money and make more space in your backpack or tote bag, the materials for the course are all digital. You will obtain an access code that gives you access to the e-text for both books that are required for the course and also to the MyLab IT learning materials that accompany the course. You cannot complete the course without these materials, which consists of 2 books and a MyLab IT access code. This is college, we study books, and in this course, the books are digital. Note that this MyLab IT code is not the same code for the 5 Microsoft Office classes, BIT 106, 105, 109, 128, and 133. Those courses use a different MyLab IT system. You will be able to obtain this all-digital package from the PCC bookstore and also online from the publisher. You can order online from the PCC bookstore, and if you really want a paper book, you can order one with a credit card for an additional $35. In this course, you are going to use a lot of software. First, you will use MyLab IT, which is a system that accompanies your textbook with lots of materials and tests. Here you will be able to view a video overview for every chapter in the textbook, and you can view these videos as many times as you want. Second, you're going to learn to use the basics of Microsoft Office, and you are able to get Microsoft Office 365 for free and download it on 5 of your computers, Mac or PC. Details about this are in our Canvas modules. Third, you will use Canvas, which is the learning management system we use at PCC. This is where you submit assignments and communicate with your professor, and this is where you see your grades for each assignment. Most courses on campus use Canvas, and if you transfer to a four-year college, you will use Canvas or some similar learning management system. So get used to it. If you want a good job in business, you must be able to adapt to learning lots of different computer systems. We also recommend that you use the Chrome browser to access the internet. So if you have your own Windows PC using Windows 7, 8, or Windows 10, then you get 5 free copies of Microsoft Office on a Mac or PC. So you have no excuse not to complete your work. Office is free for PCC students. And remember, if you have a Mac, no problem, that's free too. Just make a note that for one chapter of the course, you will need Microsoft Access, and that is not in the Mac version because Access is a sophisticated database that the Mac operating system cannot support. On page 3 of the course information document that you received, you can view all the ways you can obtain the course materials from the PCC bookstore, from Bookmart across the street from the campus, online directly from the publisher, from within My IT Lab in our course, from Amazon. Just be sure to use only one of these 5 methods to obtain your materials. You can use Campus Labs for this course, and here's the information about what labs are available and the hours the labs are open. Although you can use Campus Labs for this course, it's good to have your own computer if you can budget for it. Right now, Best Buy has excellent computers for under $250. The HP Stream laptop has a very high build quality. In other words, it's sturdy and has a great keyboard. It comes with Windows 10 and runs Microsoft Office just fine. What is your career goal? Yes, maybe you want to be an actor or a musician or a nurse or a social worker or a police officer or a hotel manager or a photographer or an artist or a computer specialist. It doesn't matter. You must know how to use a computer for any job, and for sure you need to know the basics of Microsoft Office to communicate with others, to manage your finances, and to manage the data that accompanies any profession. You will learn that in the Business Information Technology program, and we will try to make it fun and interesting for you. What are you doing at PCC? Do you think you're going to transfer to a four-year college? Maybe you just want a better job than you have now. Maybe you want any job because you're unemployed, or maybe you aren't even sure how to begin a college path. Many of your classmates in this class have already declared Business Information Technology as their major, aiming toward one or more of our certificates, which is good because the college gives registration and funding priority to students who have declared a major and who have completed an education plan. You can always change your major, but Business Information Technology has a clear and efficient 2-semester, completely online completion path to which you can move to an associate degree for transfer in business or other associate degrees. So this piece of advice will reward you forever. Get a certificate in Business Information Technology. No matter what your goal is, having, for example, the Business Software Specialist certificate on your resume will impress employers. Get a certificate in Business Information Technology along the way to your AS degree or accounting certificate or your nursing degree or your music degree. Or, like many of your classmates, get a business information technology certificate to go directly to a good job, such as an administrative assistant, or business information worker, or office assistant. And here's a fun fact. Many of our business information technology certificate completers are now employed by PCC and work in areas all around the campus. And PCC is a great place to work. Sometimes you must take life in small steps. Take one course, then another course, then earn a certificate, then apply the certificate courses to an associate degree, then transfer to earn a bachelor's degree. Believe in yourself and take one step at a time. Now let's look at the second document attached to the email you received, and that is the syllabus. And guess what? As one of the first assignments, there will be a quiz on the course information sheet, which we just reviewed, and on the syllabus, which we will review now. On the first page of the syllabus, an example of which is shown here, you can find an overview of what assignments will be due each week. For example, week 1, week 2, week 3, and so on. This is just an overview. Detailed information about each assignment is in Canvas. Each week, you will complete assignments in the book chapters. In some courses, your assignments will be automatically graded for you in MyLab IT or some similar system. Often, you will also have a video lecture and discussions posted in Canvas. In the syllabus, you will find step-by-step instructions on how to begin the course. The syllabus explains how the grading works and how we grade class participation in an online course. Be sure to read and study this information. In the syllabus, you will also find helpful links to information that will help you set up your own computer to have it ready for your online course, and links to information about using Canvas. Also, review these steps for what to do when you enter your Canvas course for the first time. And yes, we have rules and regulations, and you need to know about these, and they are all explained in the syllabus document. One important regulation is about attendance and participation. In a hybrid class, attendance is based on your classroom attendance and timely submission of accurate and complete assignments in Canvas. If you do not attend for more than a 2-week period, you are considered to be non-participating and can be dropped from the course with a W grade without notice to you if we are unable to reach you. Students in hybrid courses are required to attend class and participate online. You have assignments each week, and you must complete assignments accurately and on time to qualify as attending and remain in the course. Remember, attendance is based on classroom attendance and submission of accurate and complete assignments in a timely manner according to the due dates in the syllabus. Just logging into Canvas and looking at the site does not count as attending. Submitting empty or incomplete assignments is also not considered to be attending. So you need to take about 25 minutes to read and understand the syllabus. And remember, there will be a quiz on the course information sheet and on the syllabus. So now it's time to get ready to begin your course. Get your computer ready, and if you have not already done so, download Microsoft Office 365 and make sure you have an internet connection. Be sure you have an organized place to work. If you need to do so, head to the PCC online bookstore to order your course materials, or visit the bookstore on campus. On the course homepage in Canvas, be sure to make note of the important dates that relate to this course. So let's get this semester started. If you have a question, message your professor in Canvas. Remember, you are doing this for you.